Well, good morning, everybody, or good evening if you're in the US. Welcome to the Dream Team. And Nick, welcome. How are you?
Oh, hi, Marie. Hi, Jasper. Hello, everybody. Oh, we've just been having a little chat. It's sort of like I'm in another phase of my healing and recuperation, and I have to do some footwork now, and it's so hard. It's so hard because you've got to push through muscles and tendons that are so tight they just don't want to move. And it's unknown territory for me, so I'm just trying to get my head around that.
Yeah.
To be honest, but yeah.
And it's interesting because Nick said something interesting because, she said, normally I just wouldn't make a fuss, but you need help at the moment. I said, well, ring the specialist. So, it's almost, I think a lot of us have been brought up that way, or we've just taken that on where we don't ask for help. We don't want to bother people. I think it's a really interesting point. Just it's almost like feeling that, I'm worthwhile for a fuss.
Yes.
If you want to call it that.
Yeah, exactly. I think we were taught to play small, and that we're small in this world, therefore we haven't got the voice that we should have. And it's another reminder. Like every day, I'm experiencing things that I haven't experienced before, physically and mentally, emotionally, with this injury that is making me realise things that still need healing, still need to go through and to be resolved. Just as all of us are going through it at the moment. Yes.
Absolutely. So so who's on with us? We've got Christine. Hi. We've got Kylie, Marie. We've got where are we? Sherry. So lovely to see you all, and thanks guys for sending in. Elisa actually sent in a dream as well, not last week, the week before, and I forgot, so I emailed it to myself to make sure I'd remember it this morning. But I think she's away on her Hawaii trip at the moment. So I don't think we've got her on tomorrow.
How's the energy been for you, Marie? And then we'll see what everybody's got to say in the chat and give them a bit of time.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Okay. So it was not yesterday, the day before. I remember I was just in this place. I had to go out. I had to get my car serviced. I think it was Friday. I had to get my car serviced and this and that. But I was going, there's something going on. And I just felt this sense of almost joy, and I could almost tangibly touch this new frequency that I really felt was coming in. And I was going, oh, what is this? And then I had to speak to Kylie, and she said, yeah, I've been feeling weird. She said, it's just like not normal. And then I spoke to another friend, Zandy, who you all know as well. And she went, yeah. So everyone had this subtle feeling that something had shifted. I felt it was like spiritual or energetic. But I could actually feel it tangibly with my hand. So, which was really interesting. So I don't know if anyone else has been feeling that. Just let us know what you've been noticing for yourself. And Nick, what have you been feeling? I know you're in a very different place with these shifting and healing of your ankle.
Yeah, but that's what I've been questioning. Is it just that, or is it something else as well? Like, this is the thing. I'm caught between I'm sort of having another experience alongside it, and I'm thinking, but I'm also having what you're talking about. And look, I pulled a card today, and I thought, how do I describe how I'm feeling and what I've been feeling? And this is the Toth Light Codes card.
Light codes. Wow.
So there's basically saying that we're all coming back online because we're starting to absorb these codes and new ones. We're sort of getting back the ones that we remember from the past, these pre-Atlantean times when Toth was priest there. And it's like we're being activated by it now, and that's bringing all sorts of strange feelings in for us as well. And so, yes, you're right. I'm going through something separate, but I did question, and I don't think it's just that, though. I'm really feeling that this is meant to highlight it, actually. And I still feel there's something more to come about my foot. I really do. Yes. I feel there's something in the healing of the foot that will open up something new to me. And I can't put my finger on it yet, but I was really thrilled when I got that card, because I thought, yeah, that's our inner wisdom as well, coming back to us with this extra coding that's coming in. So I'm just sitting back and just taking it all in and being patient and being.
That's it. Well, you haven't had much choice, have you? So,
no.
Can you read what's on the bottom of that cloth card?
Oh, yeah. It says light initiation, great teacher awakening, divine magic.
There you go. That sort of says it all, because that's
Yeah.
what it felt like. And for me, it felt this like this new stuff, but it was like something wonderful was happening. That was how I felt it. So yeah, so let us know if anyone else has tapped into this at all, or just even had that question, because we've got Gillian on, Trixie's on, and Kim's on as well. Hi guys, and it's so nice to see everyone here.
Yeah.
A little special dream family. So yeah, let us know. So, this is interesting. So Kim's noticed something.
Okay, Kim says, hi Kim. Lately I've been having dreams of houses and apartments, and I can see all rooms, all furniture, all structures, and even minute details on the walls. We are talking paintings, colours, everything.
Wow. So you're really getting detail coming through, which is so interesting. It's interesting you say that, Kim, because last night I had the weirdest dream ever. So I was going around, it was on a road, like a bitumen road, and I was walking it, and then the road got narrower, and it was like we were going over this big cliff thing, and I had to get down on my hands and knees because there was no guardrail. And then I lifted up the road. The road got so small I could lift it up, and I went, okay, I have to be really careful here. And then I got to the other side where the guardrail was, and I could just keep walking. And I was going, that is the weirdest road I've ever come across. But it was going right down, so I was right down with the road. So yeah, talk about detail. And I was trying to get a photo. I was going, this is the most magnificent view photo from here. It's just a very dodgy road. And so I better not get my phone out, because otherwise I'm going to like maybe come off the road. So I just stayed doing my little crawling thing. So interesting.
So that's like a feeling of unknown. Yet when it's interesting about these dreams too. I had a dream last night where I was in a house and there was 5 bedrooms. I was trying to find the most comfortable bed, and there was a lot of whispering going on, and I didn't really get the point of why I was there and what I was really doing, but there was a little bit of unknown about it as well. And so maybe as we get clarity, because clarity is coming in for us as well, and because we're getting signs and signals from every direction right now.
Correct.
And I
yeah, absolutely. And yeah, look, with Kim's, I think, Kim, you're actually seeing things again, like Nick's talking about with that clarity that you maybe haven't seen before, the detail. Yeah. So it's like me, that road, it felt like I was getting right down to the detail till I could pick it up. And it was like a piece of tape. It was like, whoa, this is like, yeah. So it's fascinating, that you're saying that, Nick, as well.
Yeah. No, there's definitely a for my overall feeling of what's happening to a lot of people in the consciousness this week is this clarity that's coming in through signs and symbols and things we're really noticing that we probably didn't notice before, because we're taking the time to stop. Something is forcing us almost to do it without us even having to try. Yes, so I'm feeling there's been a lot of dreaming going on out there in the collective.
Oh, absolutely. And it's interesting because I think I'll put Marie's up, what she said, and I'll come back to yours, Gillian. Don't worry, I will come back to it. So that's Elisa's. But Marie's was really interesting. Here it is. She had a dream, but then she went on to talk about her experiences.
Okay, so Marie says, me, but different looking. I was standing with my back to a house, and there was 2 more of me on the sidewalk at the end of the walkway. One came up the walkway and walked straight towards me into the house. The other one stayed on the sidewalk. We just looked at each other. That was all I could remember, except it seemed to be in spring in a nice suburban neighbourhood with big trees.
This is so fascinating. I don't know, Nick, what I'm getting is that these are different aspects of you, Marie, in a way, and it's like they're becoming more obvious to you, because the house, just like that last dream, it was the house and apartments, which is where we are within ourselves and our potential. So that's so interesting. What do you think, Nick? Are you getting other lifetimes, or are you getting something's merging, or is this different aspects?
Well, I have to share the dream I had couple of nights ago, because I think it ties in, and that will answer that, what you've just asked. What is this? Where does it fit? And I guess this is where we have to use our own intuition, which is really important right now, very important. But it does tie into this dream as well, in a way that, very oddly. So I was skiing, and I skied down to the edge of a lake, and there was a fence there, and I thought, oh no, other people were around skiing, but very sparse. And I thought, I'm going to see if I can ski over and into it. And clearly I could see the lake was starting to dissolve. The snow and the ice was melting. But I thought, oh, there'll be patches on there that I'm sure I can still ski on. And I went over, and even though I knew it looked really unstable, I still went over and immediately sunk into the freezing water. But I'm in the water, I'm thinking, well, I'm not freezing to death because I feel like I'm protected. The suit's protecting me. And then on the edge of the bank was a man standing there directing me, saying, go with the flow, just go with the flow. And that indicated to get stability back, I would have to get to the bank. So I found the bank and a piece of chunk of ice. I could feel myself grabbing onto it. When I got off, I was pulled up by a young boy. When I got out and I was standing there, I was staring eye to eye with this. He looked Middle Eastern, very handsome, deep blue eyes, like your eye. I'm sorry, not deep blue, but like the strong light blue was just staring at me. I'm thinking, this is highly unusual to see a man looking like this here. And then, they didn't have ski gear or anything either. So on either side of him, there were two boys. One was intellectually mild, and the other boy was about 10 years old or something like that. And so we had three men standing in front of me and two boys. And the young boy came up and hugged me, and I hugged him back. And it was because he was the one that pulled me out. He saved me. He was the one that rescued me. And I started crying in my dream. And when I then woke up, because it was almost lucid then, I realized I was actually crying. I was releasing something which made me think past life experience. And so immediately when I heard about that, the dream we've just read there with Maree, there's a past life experience happening, but also there's so many other layers. It's like our dreams are packing in so much information now that we can take them in every direction. There's multiple meanings in them.
And that's what I was picking up as well. So, sometimes when it's time for a new gift or a new talent to come through, or something to be remembered or revealed, then it will get shown in the dreams. And I think that's exactly, it sounds like what you and Maree had was quite similar. And it was interesting, I was pulling some cards as you were talking, and Wheel of Fortune. So this is definitely something moving around in the cycle that it's meant to. It's still being worked on because the Eight of Pentacles has come up. You don't have to worry about it, because this is at night when we sleep. It's saying, don't worry about it. Don't let your mind go there, because the World, which is a beautiful card, this is something new coming through that's actually completing something. So it's a new aspect. So I feel that both those dreams have, like you said, have got a similarity very much. So yeah.
And there is a sense of completion to the dreams also now that I'm feeling, because intuitively people are tapping in more and more to things. They're starting to, and I've just got to say, because I have a lot of visitors coming over at the moment, I'd sit there and I'd do cards with them, and they're blown away because they're right on the precipice of their own knowing of who they are and what this is all meaning, and starting to really tap into it. And it's coming in thick and fast, particularly the telepathy side of it. So for me, it's
insane at the moment.
It is, isn't it? So with the World card, when that comes up to me, it's like, this is full completion for us. This is like we're starting to really bring all that together now. Look,
it's just fascinating, actually, and that's where Jillian's dream, I feel, comes into it as well.
I had a dream of three friends. They all individually told me they are going home. We were all standing on a wide path of, like... It's
interesting that there's synchronicities between these dreams.
There's a lot.
Yeah, and going home can mean so many things. It can mean coming home to ourselves. It can mean, a change in life. It can mean leaving this physical world, whatever. But I feel as well there's a shift here Gillian, is what I'm getting, is that something within you is being revealed almost. So it seems like that's a bit of a theme today.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. It's
And the
interesting.
wide path, it's interesting how your path was wide, went to narrow. This path still is at this point. And so we get the information that we need right at the time of where we are energetically, because we all have to work. We're all synergistically working together to form this new way of being. And it's like we just get the bits we need. But I don't know, you know, it's like you're right. The synchronicities are like just coming in thick and fast. Three boys and 3 friends. Interesting, exactly.
That 3. This is, you know, the Trinity number as well. But the cards again, I'm just getting so much heat coming through my crown chakra at the moment. Again, this has come up, not to worry about our dreams, but something's finishing. This was that 3 dream. Something's finishing. There's the 10 of swords. Now they're both swords, so this is in the mental plane. But something new is definitely coming through with that Ace of Pentacles into reality. So I love this. This is, brilliant. Wow. So that's, so I think dreams are really, I know my dreams have been very, very different and felt like it was lucid. Like I felt like I was on my hands and knees and I had to make sure I was balanced or I was going to go over into this beautiful view that was underneath me. So it's, wow. Yeah. So, okay, so this was Sherry's. Let me just, that was Gillian's. Now, what was Sherry's? Let me just have a look. I think, sorry, just, no, that's all right. Yeah, interesting. Because Sherry's just saying.
It feels to me like calling fractals of self in, like a soul retrieval. And one went into home. Yeah, I'm totally feeling that too.
Yeah, me too. I think that's a great way to put it. And, you know, it's interesting, isn't it? Because we don't know how much of us, you know, has been fragmented through other timelines or whatever. And are we bringing them all in together? You know, that's what's a really interesting question. Is this what's happening? Is that we're actually amalgamating everything? So, and this is where our beautiful gifts and talents can come through as well. Yeah.
And when we're bringing those fractals back, and that's where you get also that past, for me, I felt past life experience with that dream I just had, which is we're bringing the fractals back and bringing all of it, the pain, the suffering, the happiness, the joy, the whole lot's coming in. But I feel like what we're doing is integrating only the bits that resonate now and the rest get dissolved. So that's that process that we're having to work through. It's like a sifting. It's all coming back in, but we're sifting. Some to release completely back to source. Other bits we get to keep.
And that's what Jasper was showing us. Remember about the mirror work we were talking about when he said it's actually connecting into these other realms, but some of it's fragmented and distorted. So it has to be like cleared or whatever before we can bring it through. Remember he was saying that. I just got that there.
Yes. And Trixie Tot says, I've been crying for no apparent reason. 2 dreams this week was about having a baby. I'm way past childbearing years.
No, that's just so symbolic. It's so beautiful because, and the crying, the releasing of that emotion, because having a baby is birthing something new in your life. And it might just be a whole new perspective on something, a whole new way of looking at something. So as well, Trixie Tot. So don't worry. You know, having a baby dream is great. It's really brand new. Something new is coming through. So and then this is so interesting because Page of Wands came up, which is taking new action, just one small step at a time, and the Sun. So it's something that brings you joy. And look at the childlike innocence within that Sun card as well. So no, that's a positive dream, even though. You know, we go, we've been crying for no reason. No, we're not. It's not no reason. It's something deeper. And we don't often even have to know what it is.
No.
That's the other thing. Don't think, I have to know what this is to fix it. It's doing it itself.
Correct. So and because we're trying to expand our light, things have to give. And that physical release of crying, I feel, is the way that the body does that. You know, I can do it through illness, and there's many ways to do it. Even just a sneeze could be something that you're releasing. A cough. There's so many aspects of our physical body that are designed. You get pins and needles, or when you get god bumps, or I really feel that we're starting to listen to our feeling more, and then that crying is the ultimate.
Absolutely. And it's interesting talking about messages, and I will get to the other dreams. It's all good. I wanted to do Marie's experiences that she had. Where are we? Marie dream. That one. Okay, so this was Marie's experience that she's been having.
Marie says, birds. Monday, a small bird flew right at me, got very close, then flew up and away. A sparrow and a wren, ones I feed. Wednesday, leaving the grocery store, a blackbird flew right at my windshield. Then, when I thought it was going to hit it flew straight up. It was a grackle, pretty common in Arizona, but not by my apartment. Thought there were though there were a lot across the river in my last apartment. Started getting concerned, not sure if I should worry. Stopped at a light and another grackle came up and landed on the overhang of the light pole and started singing. I think it sounds pretty, but just not...
Hang on a second.
Sure what they're trying to tell me, but I felt not to worry.
Yes. So interesting. I think this comment is a part of that as well.
Okay, she said that I was home after that and felt like everything shifted several different times, time shifts. Everything was the same but different. Even colours were clearer. That night I woke up feeling lightheaded or disconnected, tough to describe. I had to run errands to ask for protection at each stop and coming home. All went well, just stay close to home. Everything seems calm now.
Yeah, so I'm feeling that, with birds, to me, birds always signify other realms because they bring through that frequency of other realms. You're definitely getting some serious nature messages here. And, I don't know, what are you feeling, Nick? And if anyone else gets a hit or an idea or whatever, just pop it in the comments. It's really nice to get people's thoughts to give us that support. When we've had these sort of experiences.
Yeah, I think
that, Marie.
Yeah, the birds are definitely also bringing messages from the spirit world to us. I've had that currawong back again yesterday. We were just sitting in this tree. And it pushed another bird out of this small tree that I've just planted, and it's almost too heavy for it, but it was sitting on the top of it. And it was just there for ages. And I'm thinking, you're there for me, aren't you? Like, you're there helping me bring new codes in, but you're also teaching me, and this is what I feel animals do for us. They teach us to ground. We really have to remember to ground this in. We can't just be taking on light codes without doing some groundwork. And that's really, what hugging a tree is all about, sitting on the ground and breathing in air. And so nature is there, and it's supporting us in that way. And birds, why do we have such affinity for birds?
Correct. I know.
They're so unique in a way, aren't they? Like the way they have this ability to move so effortlessly. And I think it's trying to show us that we can move that way too. We just have to ground. We just have to allow ourselves some grace to ground in these energies.
Yeah.
So you're definitely getting messages.
Oh, absolutely. And I pulled a card from my animal magic, and believe it or not, it's a falcon. And the falcon, the word that goes with falcon is clairvoyant. So I would say and especially because they were coming in at that level with you, Marie, I would say that, because it came right up to your face and through there, I would say that you've got some sort of activation going on through your third eye, even into the fourth eye, because this is standing out, the eye of Horus, and that's the fourth eye. So that's why you probably have to stay a little bit close to home and safe and calmer. You're getting some sort of activation going on. So that was really interesting when that one came up.
And I pulled an animal card too, and I know it's not the falcon, but it's the owl. And to me, it's once again, you can see clearly now.
Beautiful. So it's that clarity coming back through.
Yeah.
So, and Marie, you're always, but you seem very connected into the nature and the birds in particular. So your soul knows that, so it goes, all right, here's some really nice messages, clear in your face, literally.
Yeah.
So it's I'd say that's
Definitely. And just like the birds, they communicate through sound and frequency. That's how I think our clairs come in, through sound and frequency. That's how we pick up images in our head, or we hear things, voices or whatever. And you did put a title on this, didn't you, Maree, about...
well, it was interesting. I just popped up there. Have you ever been speaking another language in dreams that you don't in awake lives and life? So I don't know if anyone else has been through that either, or if it's been coming up recently. But but we can talk about that as well, just as a whole, just a new little perspective.
Because birds, to me, have this unique language.
True. So
I'm always tuning into the variation of the language. And I've heard of a lot of people, and you, Maree, as well, who do light language. You hear the chirps and the things of birds coming through quite often. So I know that they're communicating, and we just have to stop the mental language barrier that we've got to allow that frequency to come in and tell us. And it could be through a feeling. It could just be a feeling. I'm getting this weird feeling. What is that about? And it's just tuning us in, isn't it? Each day we're getting more and more aware of those abilities coming back.
So true. It's so true. And so look, I love that perspective of that, Nick, is that it doesn't have to just be one of our languages on this planet. It can be light language, it can be bird song, it can be anything. So I love that. Thank you. Such a great perspective. And I'll pop up Kylie's now.
So my sacred dream, hi Kylie, my sacred dream last night, I was lying in bed and there were people there dividing my body into boxes using a texter drawing on it. Whoa. I believe it was about focusing on my pain and which part of the body I need help with. Then I was told to lay straight so my blood could flow properly.
That's a pretty in-your-face dream as well, isn't it? Yeah, it's like there's an aspect that's working with you on the physical, but it would be doing it through the etheric, through the light body. So, so that's, but for our logical mind, we can go, oh, okay, that's where it's going to be effective, because sometimes it's not always relevant to the light body, the aspect feeling that comes through. Exactly. So, yeah.
That's interesting about I can see the compartmentalization of it. And it's sort of like, that's because that's how we understand things. We have to put things in boxes. And even you said that about the boxes. We do. That's just how we are. But perhaps that's starting to make us aware of that. And maybe, and this whole thing about self-healing that's coming through. And we know we have had the ability to self-heal. The body wouldn't have been created if it didn't have that ability. There's no magical number to say that you start to degrade. So I'm just wondering if maybe that's an activation for you, Kylie, as well, in understanding that ability to self-heal.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it's interesting because the cards that came up for you, Kylie, it's a Tower card. And I know this has been going on for you. But then what it's doing is bringing through this Nine of Pentacles, which is beautiful. It's unique. It's very powerful. It's very abundant. So, everything that you've gone through is actually helping you to be the true you, this beautiful, unique being through what you learn. So I love that. Yeah, that's beautiful.
And it really is. It's for even me, for now, I'm experiencing pain and swelling and whatever. It's about moving through the fear. Every time I have a doubt of something coming up, is this the right way? Is this should I just have to remind myself that this is exactly divinely guided, and I have nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. And I just forget sometimes, though. It's like, damn it, I've just gone back into that way of thinking. Stop it. I don't need to be there anymore.
It's interesting, though, because I don't think this is off topic at all, Kim. I think this is what we're sort of talking about too, that just trusting, like Nick just said.
Kim says off topic, but I notice when people are speaking light language, I actually understand what they are saying. At least I think I do.
trust it, because it's a frequency. You're feeling it. You're taking it in through your etheric body, and you're actually feeling it.
Yeah.
So, and you're just knowing it. Like when I do speak light language, it's like I get the message that goes with it. But I don't know often which word means what. It's just the message, and it's through the frequency of it. It's through the energy of it. So it's just trust that. Keep trusting it, and you'll get it more and more. So,
and I don't always feel it's something you have to try and interpret, like in terms of language. It's like you said, try to push that away, that I've got to know what this means. How do you interpret it? Like when someone speaks another language normally. It doesn't work that way. It's running a frequency through you as it's coming in, and your body will take exactly what it needs from it. Light language is beautiful. I've been listening to a lot of it lately.
Yes, yeah.
You know,
I know. I go through phases with it. Yeah, and all of a sudden I'll know, I have to do some light language. I just know, and then I do it, and then something comes through. So it's pretty intriguing. So yeah. But
I don't know if anyone's heard Marie's light language. I always think it's not like you play the guitar; it's not on call. But I know you do beautiful light language, actually.
Yeah, but it's channeled. It's literally just channeled and just trusting. So we can all do it as well. And so that's something that maybe we could all start to just tap into. Just open your mouth and whatever wants to come out. You know, I found myself whistling sometimes. I have to do hand movements with it sometimes. Just trust what comes through and see how you feel with it, instead of using this mental plan. I don't know if that's right, or just feel it. So I think that's important. So maybe we'll do some today if we get time to do a meditation.
Because I remember we talked briefly about it in the past when you did some, and I said, I went the next day or whatever, I had a bath, and I felt so relaxed. I felt like I should try it, and it's exactly it. You just let things come out of your mouth, and I thought, I think this is what it is. This is how it feels. I was absolutely had no mind taking control over it. It was just me, just being raw and guttural, but it was beautiful as well. It felt beautiful within my being because I was in a bathtub as well. That vibration and frequency, yeah. But on one more thing on that is that when you said about do you get any other language in your dreams, I often get that message, which is you're not meant to interpret this as words. This is not words. These aren't the babble. You know, it's not the vocabulary you're meant to interpret with them. So don't try. But I did ask once a long time ago my name of one of my beings in a past life, like an off-world being that I felt very connected to. There was some energy there, and I got this name, and it took me a while to try. It was almost like that. I gave it to myself just to put a name to it, but it wasn't really that name, but it was a sound. So I got the sound, and I know what it is, but it was just like, I don't even know if I'm just making it up because I have to put language onto it. You know,
yeah.
Lose that.
It's a frequency. So some, you know, even at some level, you know, when we meet people or whatever, I can feel what I feel their name would be energetically.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yes.
And isn't that why people change their name, because they don't feel there's an energetic match? And, you know, they'll say, you don't look like a such and such. And they go, well, I don't feel like a such and such. So they often change their name.
So true. So Sherry's, got some beautiful thoughts here.
Sometimes starting out humming and then letting words formulate from that is gentle intro into it. Great advice.
Great advice. I love that. Yeah, it is true. Just let it come out, and you know we're going to have that little part of us going, I don't even know what this is. Oh my gosh, I'm doing this wrong. Yeah, you've got to let go of that. So
find a private spot that you can do it where no one's going to judge you anyway.
Yeah, totally. So now our beautiful Jillian's going through something with her dad.
Okay, so this is a bit of heavy subject, but it isn't. My father is in the last few days of life. I have been estranged from him for decades. We have reconnected in the last 12 months. Oh, Julian. The healing is and has been amazing, out of this world. The roll-on effect to my family, my friends, everything. I get a lot of my guidance from my dreams.
Yeah. beautiful. That's so good, Gillian. And it's time, you know. But the fact that, I mean, did you consciously, obviously, choose to reconnect with him and to allow forgiveness or whatever it was you needed to do to actually be able to bring yourself back to him? Is that what's happened? I'd love to know a little bit more. And I love this. This is beautiful. This is generational healing. This is soul family healing. It's like concluding, you know, these experiences we've all chosen to have and asked to have with each other. So that's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. So, you know, we can all send you love and light, and your dad love and light, and the family. It's
lots of love to you.
Yeah.
And the healing that's going to take place because you get to do it in person with him is what this is all about.
Yeah.
You know?
And they don't have to be here if we've been estranged from family or someone, or they don't have to physically be here to do that healing, but it's so much more powerful for us as humans if it can happen etherically, just as healing. However, you know, being able to actually look someone in the eye and hold their hand, or, you know, be there fully present is pretty powerful. So yeah, that's so beautiful. Yeah. So, you know,
and I feel we're getting to that point now in our expansion that these things need to happen. They need to happen in a way where we're reconnecting with loved ones, and particularly of that generation. I mean, I'm not sure how old your dad is, but I get the feeling that he's of a generation that has done a lot of work here, held a lot of frequency. And even though you can put stories behind why you didn't have a relationship with your mum or dad or brother or sister, whoever it is in a family, we all just come from love. And we're just going back to it now, whether we're in a body or not.
Yeah, so true. So, you know, it's just, and it's, you know, we were meant to experience it all. So you don't have to judge it and go, oh, I wished I'd done it differently. No, you weren't meant to. That was what you were meant to be experiencing.
Yeah.
And I think that's letting ourselves off the hook is one of the hardest things to learn, and yet one of the most beautiful choices and perspectives to take is just let yourself off the hook. It's okay. So yeah, interesting, isn't it? But yeah, so look, we are thinking of you and sending lots of love to you. So through this, it's never an easy process, but can be very, very powerful.
So she's responded to, Gillian's responded, I think, to...
Hang on a minute, where are we?
One up, one more.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yes, okay.
I had a dream and I trusted a friend's advice. I just made phone calls. I just did it. It was recognizing the simple patterns. Forgiveness is actually really easy. I accepted help. Yeah. I had a beautiful dream a few days ago and it showed me the ancestral knowledge.
Amazing. See, this is, you're really going to be activated through this time, Gillian. So just be really open to that activation as well. Yeah. So it's not easy. And it's so interesting because, you know, being a nurse and being a midwife, I've been around both sides, and I've actually had babies that have left the physical body straight away after coming, you know, through. And so I've seen it from all angles. And the one thing I've noticed is people don't know how to be comfortable with the process of when the body's getting ready to be let go of, literally. So just the fact, if you can just be open and talk about it, and, you know, even ask your father, well, how are you feeling? What are you experiencing through this? Just see, because people are too scared to do that. So it's one thing I've really noticed. So if you can just be this person that asks him, look, what's this journey like for you now? What happens? What's happening for you? I think that would be quite incredible to do that for him if you haven't already.
In a way, it does appear to be really sad, but at the same time, I'm getting a beautiful feeling from it all.
There you go.
Oh my God. It's actually been a beautiful process. It's not, exactly, Julian.
Absolutely. And that's perspective. That's beautiful perspective. It's such a gift, you know, when someone's does leave the physical body, they leave such a beautiful gift of space and that we can then like experience. There's always a gift in a leaving, always, for every single person, and it could be very different for every single person. There's always a leaving gift.
There is. And then there's the gift that keeps giving once they're on that other higher frequency level out of the physical body. I mean, we know we've got loved ones always around us. You know, we've got spirits, we've got supports, we've got angels, we've got everything. It's just, you know, and it's sometimes we forget that. We do forget.
Well, sometimes I feel like it's within me as well, and I can tap into it. And then other times I'm like, oh, I just need a bit of help here. I'm just going to go. Yeah. Come on, gargoyles, come on, angels. I just need a little bit of help here. Yeah. And then it's just like, oh, no, I feel complete again. It's okay. Yeah. So being vulnerable and asking for help is a really good thing.
Yeah, it's an interesting swing, isn't it?
It is. So, but I love this with Kim.
I feel like if I were to speak light language, it would come out as singing.
And Kim, it's interesting you say that. I had an experience. I've got the most beautiful friends that are so musical, and so they had a bit of a party at their place, and they had the microphone out and the keyboards and the didgeridoos and everything. And then I just got this hit. I have to get up and sing. I have to sing light language, and I did. And my voice went into octaves it's never been in before. It was incredible. It was just I just allowed, and people were going, oh my God, what was that? Like it was, and I went, it's light language, and I just got the hit. I had to get up and sing it. I had to, and it was amazing. So yeah, so singing very much with light language, so beautiful. And then my friend wanted me to sing light language for her with her music she was making, and I kept thinking, why aren't I'm just compelled to do this? And then I got it. I went, you have to do it. I said, you have to use your voice and do the light language. So it was interesting.
Yeah. You know, and I just had a visitor that I actually went to university with. We reconnected weirdly. It was just such a synchronistic moment. And then now she's just back up here, perhaps looking at somewhere to buy, move into the area, because she said the energy up here is so good. But she's into music, and she's been doing a lot of workshopping with it. And we've just been discussing how that frequency that you hold when you sing is actually where you have maybe is part of your life purpose is to do that.
Correct.
And to encourage other people to be in that moment together with you while you're doing it as a group, even more special.
Yeah, totally. You know, and I think, you know, that's what and that's what we've got to remember too, is if we get that hit, and you've got to go through the fear to do it, you know, as well. And that's part of the releasing of a block or whatever it is that's there.
So. And interesting enough, I did pull this card from one of my favourite decks, and it was the same card I pulled when we were talking about it, to do with this, exactly what you just said, while we were talking about this releasing. And so, yeah, I was a bit scared to do the light language, to have a go at it. I'm thinking, why am I scared to just try something? What's the big deal? Just try it. See what happens.
Yeah. No, that's beautiful. So, so I'm just going to pop up Sherry's email she sent to me. This is really interesting.
Okay, so this morning I was listening to a guy named JP on Dr. Starla's channel, and they were speaking around what is going on in Iran. This JP guy was describing the energy around the portal in Iran, and he said it was like heat emanating off pavement on a hot day. Then he said it was like a mirage. My entire body responded. I just thought it was fascinating, and you would understand when I commented on the show as well. I'll just sit with, I guess, and wait for more dots to connect.
Well, remember we were talking about the mirage before, and like, is it really a portal, you know, when we see that? Yeah. So it's interesting because I know that an aspect of me was doing work with the dragons with the portal in Iran, and I got shown, and it was actually oh my goodness, I'm just forgetting now, but Persia. It was they showed me it was actually Persia, yeah, and the dragons were doing it as well. And I forgot their amazing gridders. It wasn't until a friend of mine said, you know, the dragons grid. I went, oh, I completely forgot. I wondered why it was particularly a dragon that I was on, that we were doing this almost reopening, restructuring of this Persian, and they said it's Persian, not Iran, Persian, beautiful big wormhole, whatever it is.
Stargate.
So, Stargate, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
fascinating. And Kylie helped at one stage.
The strength of that, the energy, they say that's the original Stargate that came through that was corrupted, where a lot of it all started. But what I got I certainly got it was the Stargate. There was an energy there. And then I think it's subsiding. And, interesting that you said that about, like he said that about the, it's like, feels like this incredible, intense, like volcanic energy almost from it, with that heat that comes off the pavement. Yeah. That same concept. But I actually feel that what sits behind it is something really gentle, and it's still strong, and it's still energetic and still super powerful, but which is probably what the original Stargate was all about, as a way of bringing energy into a being, into this planet. Yeah, there's a lot still to unfold about that. There's no doubt about it. But more recently in the days, and I think, isn't it apparently open again?
Yeah. Oh, definitely, it's open again. I think what happened was that they always have said it was over the Middle East that there was where a lot of the corruption was coming through that portal. Yeah. And so I feel like it got clean, it got shut down, and now it just felt so pure. When I was on this dragon greeting, I was going, oh, this is so pure. And like you said, it felt soft but powerful. It was really interesting. Yeah. And really it was beautiful, big, beautiful, connected in to realms. So, and I feel this is where that spiritual aspect, the spiritual wars as they call them, has been doing some cleaning up as well.
Yes.
Again, is all of us, working just on many levels as we do. And, so fascinating.
Yeah, I have a strong connection with Persia in so many different ways. So many funny things have happened in my life through it. And I bought a book on textiles to do with the culture and the clothing. And it's funny, I never used it when I was teaching. It was just for me. It was like coming back to something. I never understood why. Interesting how it is connecting the dots.
It is, yeah.
I don't connect with Iran at all, but Persia, I feel a strong connection, instantly feel love. Isn't that, yeah. Persian love cake, one of my favourite things.
That's hilarious. And it's funny because what we call the Iranian people, they've had that beautiful connection to spirit with their religion, as if we could call it that. They're just beautiful, 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 beautiful people. So, and I feel that that's also genealogy, and that's lineage of that, carrying that beautiful energy and grace within them. Yeah. So and so Kylie did
since I did the dragon meditation, I still connect with my beautiful dragon in my dreams. Oh.
Yeah, I tell you, dragons are making a comeback. I'll tell you.
My word.
So, and Sherry.
There is so much coming up around mirrors lately. It's an inversion, like the desert versus the oasis, dark and light. I also heard it's all the same thing, just the polarity or inversion. Yeah.
It is. So it just gives us an experience, and yet when we actually understand it, it's all one anyway. It's fascinating stuff.
If you look at it like a frequency line, a sine wave, and then one's out of whack, like one's doing this and the other one's sort of is a little bit behind it. It's like we can tune them in together now, and we can see it all for what it is. And that's where I think sometimes we feel that we've got parallel realities going on. We're just tuning in the frequencies now more and more, because the Strait of Hormuz, whatever, it's not where the Stargate really is. It's near it. It's up further up. I can't remember the town where it is. So, but that is generating out throughout this whole everywhere. I mean, we're feeling it here in our bodies because we're connected to it.
Absolutely, and I feel it is all a part of that. So, and that was interesting because that was probably a couple of months ago now, where I got the hit. I had to do this light language, and my soul family from another dimension came through. I was like that channel for them to have permission to come in to go and do some work. And then that's when I was shown do some work with this this Stargate or this portal as well. So they were off doing something here. So interesting. So
yeah.
but
Excellent.
oh, so where are we? There was something else going to pop up here. That's all right. I think we'll have a look. We'll have a quick look at Elisa's dream as well. So, and Sherry, thank you, darling. That's so beautiful.
I'm feeling called to say this. You ladies demonstrate inclusion, speak with such wisdom and without ego. It's a lesson within itself. And that's just a mirror back for you as well.
Correct. You only see in others what's within you. So thank you. But, you know, we love everyone here. It's just such a beautiful connection. And it just helps us to remember we're not alone. We're not doing this on our own. It's really important, I think, to remember that. So,
yeah.
Okay, so let me just go to Elisa's dream.
Okay, so I had a super vivid dream this morning. I was entering some kind of compound and I was in a really large SUV, and I kept telling Tiger Woods to get in the front seat, but he didn't. So I went inside once they opened the gate, and then I went in there. It was a bunch of different people living together, almost like a camp that had cover, but everybody was really poor, and I was going there for a birthday party. I remember I'm looking around thinking, oh my God, these people are so poor, and feeling uncomfortable. I also remember opening little jars that had these really large individual weed seeds. These seeds were like 2 inches wide, and so they were large. It really felt like another lifetime.
It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. So if anyone's got any insight on this one, let us know. But yeah, Lisa, I feel the fact that Tiger Woods was there, he's a bit of a celebrity, so it could be a guide showing you, like he didn't want to get in the front seat. So this is interesting. It's almost like he didn't want to drive that vehicle for you. So yeah, so I feel that you're getting some guidance. I would tap into it a little more. And because you were going into this big camp and then you realized everyone was poor, I feel this is an aspect, you know, remember you said your greatest fear was this poverty consciousness, but you're not poor, but you had it, and you've been shifting through it. And so it's going to be aspects of you or other lifetimes that you're maybe clearing through now as well. So yeah, and the seeds. I mean, what are seeds? A weed seed was an interesting way to describe it as well. So what do weed seeds indicate? Nick, what are you getting?
Well, can I first say that the part about what you said about clearing or past lives or whatever it is, I actually feel that because you've entered this as the driver now, you're not, like I said, Tiger Woods didn't want to get in the front seat with you. He knew as your guide that you're in charge now of your own vehicle, your own destiny. And perhaps because you've been through that poverty consciousness and you're healing it, you're actually going to be able to share this and use this as a seeding for other people.
Oh, I love it. Oh, that's
yeah. I feel like it's going to seed out for you, because this is a huge one. Us having to deal with this lack mentality.
And the system that we've been trained into, you know, which is so debilitating for a lot of people. And so, you know, it's and it's been over generations and eons that this has happened as well for all of us. Yeah.
And the jars are containers, and the containers are what I feel like that concept, you're releasing it. They're containers of our consciousness that was held so tight. And now we can free them to grow.
Yeah. And the fact that we've called them weeds, maybe it's showing people how to take the weeds out from, you know, that are, you know, maybe taking more of the nutrients than they should be. Yeah, this is interesting because the cards that have come up is the Three of Swords. This is that, like, oh no, that broken heart feeling, like, oh, why did this have to happen? It's really hard. But then you've got the World card, which is everything new, abundant, something beautiful coming through. So I feel it's a shift on another level as well for you and for others. So that's what I'm feeling that one's around.
And I've just got to add that I'm getting the weeds are actually quite beneficial, because weeds are only weeds because they're growing where you don't want them to grow, because we're trying to control it. It's like my garden is out of control right now, and I've had to learn to surrender and just go, well, that's a new form of gardening. Let it grow. The weeds are the most healthiest, hardiest things, and often they're herbal medicine.
True.
Yeah, I feel the weed seed is growing a new path. As weed was illegal for so long, it's a new path, branding spanking new.
Yeah. So no, that's really cool. So that's a great dream. So yeah, thanks, Elisa. It's good one to tap into. So okay, so shall we pull a card and we'll see what comes up with it from our sacred chakra reading cards? See what it is for all of us. That's the intention. It's for whoever's watching later. You will also get this as a hit. Let's have a look. Okay. Oh, and Carly said she thinks it means wee weed. Yeah, wee weed, not just weed. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I actually straight away thought that too.
Yeah. One of these two. Let me have a look. That one. How interesting. The card for today is forgiveness.
Oh,
Yeah. Beautiful. So, yeah, interesting. What was the other two? And love was the other one that was underneath it. So both heart, which is really, really interesting. So I'm going to actually show that one. I want you to have a look at it, see what it is that you're getting from it energetically for yourself from that. And I'm actually going to put this one up as well because I feel it's really relevant, is the love card. Okay. And it's interesting because that's an 18, which adds up to a 9, which is completion. And the forgiveness is 19, which adds up to 10, which is a 1, which is new beginnings, which is just amazing. So what I'm going to do today, instead of running through a meditation, I'm going to take you through into the heart space, and then I'm just going to do some light language, and just see what comes through for everybody. Jessica's going to help me with this. So yeah, so even if you're watching this later, you will still get this hit of energy as you need it, whatever is pertinent for you. So just let yourself trust what you get. And if you have the feeling that you want to start speaking and as well and doing some light language, do it. My friend and I used to do this with each other. So just do it wherever you are. It's beautiful. So, all right. So just sitting, feet in the ground. Just take a big breath in through your nose. As you breathe out, just let yourself drop into your body. Next breath in. This time as you breathe out, just take your awareness and your intention down into that beautiful heart space, wherever it is for you. And see, sense, or feel that heart opening up and being responsive to whatever frequency now comes through for you with this light language. You're tro hobby to call it cocotra. Lesnik wa to anya and tropiki ijipile ekalaka. Ora punikita asintura intre e homo hola. Lala hitu propo enis kwa. Muluhoman chipu impoe tropupa akabla hisis panigueka. Ruputupitisha oble to puputika arumpaka. Holo monchitumo es wapupa etupa. Ruputupiti amakaka li. Tro e ma. George, Jesus, one macra. Some macra, some macra, little bra. But to go, in a pala catata. Iswa, the more, to tutka. All of them, the paca, arabic. Just more. Jaw. Allow that frequency to come through wherever you feel it within your whole electromagnetic field through your body. Let anything that needs to be released gently come out, gently be dissolved into love. and be kind to yourself. Let yourself off the hook. Unhook yourself from your own judgment, because you are perfect. And then when you're ready, you gently begin to bring yourself back into the here and now, feeling a sense of peace, a sense of completion, a sense of connection that you come back to. And when you're ready to open your eyes, if anyone wants to share what they experienced, feel free. And Nick, how was that for you?
Thank you, Maree. It's so beautiful. I don't know what it is about light language. It just gets to me all the time. I really feel it. I felt it coming all the way up my spine. It was very powerful. And it was just this, I saw the rose petal, the feeling, that softness of the rose petal as well. I could smell the fragrance of it, but it was coming all the way over the top of my head and back into my heart like the toroid. It was just, and then it just subsided, and I saw the rose petal floating, and it turned into wings, and it just floated. It was nothing. It was just nothing. It was just
beautiful,
complete freedom.
Yeah. And, for each person, you will probably have a very different experience. It's whatever is needed for you at the moment would come through that. But there was definitely coming through and then into the heart, and then the energy came through and it got grounded. So, yeah, exactly. So it's beautiful. And then it was just like a sense of release.
Exactly. And like you always say, Maree, that keeps running in you. That will keep doing what it needs to do until it, for whatever length of time, whatever depth it's required. The body knows how to cope with it, and it's there for us to take. And I just think each time we get given these little gifts, you're the gift that keeps giving, Maree. But every time we get gifts, and even the group chat here is a gift. I feel that. I feel your energy. I feel your words. It's at each moment we're just expanding more and more and allowing more light to come in and more love to come in. So it's, no wonder I just say I can't miss Mondays.
We get to catch up with everyone. This is the beauty of it. So thank you.
Mondayitis here.
Mondayitis here, exactly. So thank you, everybody, for joining as usual. We just love you, and thank you, Nick. And we're thinking of you through your healing process.
Yeah, I've already let it go.
And Gillian, we're sending you lots of love as well with your dad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have an amazing week. Elisa's away, so I will tune back in with you next Monday, if not before, in our dream world. Okay.
Thanks, everybody. Lots of love.